Hey guys, what is going on? Check it out. New setting. Crazy, right? So, welcome to my room. Kind of fun, kind of awkward. No, I'm just kidding. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, it's going to be an interesting one, right? So, disclaimers. If you don't like talking videos, kind of a rant video, you don't have to watch this one. Also, if you are squeamish or anything, I mean, they're not, I'm going to show just a few pictures here. They're nothing that, well, one is going to be of my site, so if you don't like anything like that, then you won't like this video either. I am making this video simply to let you guys know where I have been, and just to tell you guys what has been going on, and probably why it might be another couple weeks until I can make another video, because you guys are my family. I consider you my family, and I feel like you guys need to know why and where I have been. I am not by any means looking for sympathy, empathy, or anything like that. It's not, like me just to come out here and throw out my business and say, oh, please, pity me or anything like that. Not me. I'm not the type of person for any of that crap. Most of the time, I don't even tell my mom what's going on with me. So I get in trouble a lot for that. Ow. Sorry, it's hard for me to turn my neck. So, there is that. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that 2021 is treating you guys well and better. For me, however, 2020 has trickled into and turned into an uglier biatch. So, before I get into the worst, I will start from the beginning. I am going to try not to make this into a very long one, but to get to where I am, I will have to start from the beginning. If I take a couple more drinks, I apologize. My teeth aren't in, my mouth is dry. Sorry about that. So, most of you have known from December 17th to be exact. It was a Thursday. I have home health that comes and draws my labs for my central line. The following day, which was a Friday, I got a call from my nursing supervisor who told me that my nurse had tested positive for COVID, and in 5 days they would need for me to go get tested. So I called my primary health care provider on Monday. They told me that the state protocol would be to wait 10 days. It was a whole thing. It was drawn out, whatever. I ended up having to call like a free testing site who did get me in on 5 days. They tested me. Whatever. Anyway, that test was negative. But in that period of time, I got really sick with COVID-like symptoms. I mean, my chest was tight, the whole stuffiness and coughing and whatnot. So it was weird. It was super weird. So then I asked my primary health care, can we get a chest x-ray? Because I'm concerned that maybe I have pneumonia. Because I have a long history with my terminal illness of getting pneumonia every year. So she ordered a chest x-ray. And before that, I also asked her if I could please get an inhaler because of the coughing. I picked up the albuterol inhaler. I used it. I got a severe allergic reaction. Stupid. But anyway, chest x-ray, no pneumonia. But I'm sorry, let me backtrack. I tested positive for the flu and also for strep. And she gave me a massive antibiotic that I was put on for 10 days to treat flu, pneumonia, all that. That did nothing for me. So it was odd that there was no pneumonia or anything in the x-ray, but I kept getting sicker and sicker. And as you can hear, I sound just as crappy as I did in the video I made for my chili. So, odd. But in the meantime, I was scheduled for I think it was the 13th or the 14th. The 14th. To have my feeding tube replaced. It's supposed to be replaced every 6 months. And it's replaced that much because my intestines tend to loop, to get obstructed. It's just a big deal. So to avoid that to continuously happen, my tube gets replaced every 6 months. My line is to get replaced yearly. And that is because my line gets clotted very easily and it gets septic. So to avoid that situations to continuously happen is to get changed yearly. So basically, I get a tune-up every 6 months and every year. I like to think of myself as a Lamborghini Countach. Right? Anyways, so that was scheduled for the 14th. And that was last Thursday. Looking at my calendar. So now I am messaging my primary health care and I said, look, we need to figure out what it is that I have because I'm supposed to go in for this procedure at Emory in Atlanta. And I don't want to go there like this and then say, well, we can't do this because you might have this, this, and this. I said, can we test for laryngitis? We haven't even tested for sepsis, which is a blood infection. And she just was so worried about COVID, so she brought me in, did a rapid. The rapid came back negative, and then she wanted to do another one to be sent out. Both came back negative. I'm like, okay, let's get off COVID, okay? Let's move on, and let's test for other things now. But that never happened. So, don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is I have. It's obviously not bacterial because the antibiotics I was on test for, treat flu and pneumonia. That's bacterial. Obviously, it's something viral. It could be sepsis. We don't know. The only way to test for that is for blood cultures. Haven't had that. Excuse me. So, still don't know what it is I have. Okay, so here it comes, Thursday. I'm going up to Emory for my procedures. So, like I said, it was just an exchange and an exchange. Okay? And I have to go to interventional radiology to do this. And they put me under general anesthesia. The reason I'm put under general is because the moderate sedation, which is just like if you go into a colonoscopy or an EGD, they put you under a light sedation, does not work for me. And it's the same thing for my family, my sister and my mom. We require general because we have a high tolerance for anesthesia and pain meds. It's just genetic. I have been known to grab the radiologist's hand because they don't listen to me. I will feel the scalpel. I will feel them pulling because what they do with the tube is they just yank the goddamn tube out and shove the new one in. And like I said, my intestines tend to loop. So there's always a problem when they do this. So he's pulling and yanking and trying to reposition my intestines. And I'm feeling all this. And I'm saying, I feel this. You need to put me out. So I'm grabbing whoever's near me. So to avoid that, I'm put under general. So it's supposed to be just replace, we're good, bada bing, bada boom. I'm put under general. I wake up and they have moved the site from here to here. Now, past experiences, when they move my site, I am in horrendous pain because I don't have a PICC line, I don't have a port. What I have is called a subclavian tunneled Hickman catheter. It is not something that is common. It is very rare, and every time I say I have a Hickman, nobody knows what the hell it is. I don't know why Emory decided to place a Hickman, probably because it's more permanent than the others. So what they have to do is they have to make an incision up here, go through my jugular and underneath my clavicle, where it then is threaded to my heart. So now I'm in a shit world ton of pain because now my jugular is, and I'll insert the pictures, the one site right here, I mean you can see the bruising underneath the bandage, and then obviously the dressing where my line is at, and there is some, a little bit of leakage because I have been doing more, and I'm not supposed to lift anything, raise my arms, turn my head, or anything like that, but me being me, I'm dumb, so I have taken the trash out because, anyways, I've been overdoing it because I'm just at my boiling point right now. So that night when I came home on the 14th, I realized that my stomach, where my tube is, was wet. It was leaking. So I went to the bathroom and I took all of the bandage off that was there because it's a ton, and it was drenched. But in doing so, I looked at the tube that they have placed, and I'll insert the picture of the tube. And immediately I was horrified. That tube is 2 gauges smaller than my normal tube in the whole of my stomach. And here's, if you're squeamish, don't look at this picture. This is what it caused. So what that is the acids from my stomach are pouring out because obviously if I have a bigger tube and you put in a smaller tube, that hole is just going to be leaking my stomach acids. So first thing in the morning, I call IR and I say, what in the hell did you do? Why did you place a smaller tube? Is there a specific reason for that? Because now I'm leaking and that acid is burning my stomach. So I had to wait 20 minutes for the radiologist who placed it to call me. And he said, I am sorry, the wrong tube was pulled and the wrong tube was placed. I said, yeah, no shit. So there's no reason other than y'all made a mistake, correct? And he goes, yes. What I want you to do as a temporary fix is pull that tube until you feel the balloon underneath taut against the skin underneath. I said, I'm sorry, you want me to do what now? He said, just pull it until you feel the balloon underneath your skin taut. I said, it's already taut. It's already as tight as it can be. I've been going through this for 9 years and I know when it's taut. And you don't think I already tried that to stop it from leaking? He said, I am so sorry. And that was a Friday. He goes, I can't get you in because you require anesthesia. And it's a holiday weekend. So as soon as I can get you in is Tuesday. I said, well, I guess I'll have to deal with it until Tuesday then. So that's what I did. I had to change my dressing, 6-7 times a day. And that redness and the soreness got worse, obviously. sitting here leaking. So I go in Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. And now they don't have to start an IV on me because they can use my line as an access. All they have to do is, for some reason, they have to get a portable chest x-ray, confirm that the placement is okay, it's alright to use, which makes no sense because you just placed it, on Thursday. So, but I get in there and they were all freaking out about using my line. I don't understand this. So I said, look, you're supposed to have the order for the portable chest x-ray. Come take it. Verify placement. We're good. Hook me up. It took them. I checked in at 6 a.m. And if you have a procedure, you check in 2 hours before your procedure starts to allow them to start an IV, go over your meds, have anesthesia come, you sign consent for them, you sign consent for the procedure, and all that. So my procedure is supposed to start at 8 a.m. So, but with them freaking out about using my line, not having the order for the chest x-ray, and I'm like, why? Why? I went over this on Friday with everyone. Why? And then they say, well, did you get COVID testing for this procedure? The person I talked to on Friday told me that the COVID testing for the procedure last week and the paperwork I brought you would be sufficient for today because you all fucked up, and this is why I'm here today, and that was good enough. They said, oh, well, did you bring that paperwork with you? And I said, why? I gave it to you then. Why would I know that this was going to happen and I would need an extra copy? No, I didn't. You guys should have it in my chart. So then they were gone for like 30 minutes and come back. They said, well, we don't have it, and we don't have the notes or your chart. And I'm guessing it's because they haven't scanned it in yet, and it being a holiday weekend, it must not be in there. And I said, why can't you guys go down to medical records and just get it? How hard is that? So instead of doing that, they had me call my primary care office and see if they could fax it to them. I'm sitting here, still in pain from all of this going on, and I don't take pain meds. I don't take them. And I wasn't allowed to even take my ibuprofen, because that's what I take. Instead of pain meds, I'll take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, but it's a blood thinner, so I wasn't allowed to take that. I am in excruciating pain from all of this because you guys fucked up. And I'm sitting here and I am livid. And you guys want me to do your job because you can't go down to medical records? Are you out of your mind? Are you serious? I'm trying to call. I can't get through. So they said, okay, well, we'll try. So the anesthesiologist says, I'm talking to them on the phone. What they're going to do is send over a medical record release for you to sign. I said, they can't take a verbal. She said, no. And I said, so you want to stand there while they send you a medical record release for me to sign. You have to fax that back, and then they're going to fax you back the results and still not go down and get it. I couldn't believe this was happening. And we're still waiting for the portable chest x-ray to come. I was just floored. So there was 3 people standing by that fax machine waiting for it to come. They're all pissy over there about it. Stop being fucking pissy. Go down to medical records. Not that hard. Shit, let me walk down and do it at this point. I'll do it. I was just I was I'm like, oh my god. And then the PA comes in and wants me to sign the consent for the procedure. The reason she wrote on the consent form was malfunctioning tube. I looked at her and I said, nope, I am not signing this. She said, why? I said, that is not the reason I am here. It is not a malfunctioning tube. The tube is perfect. It's a brand new tube. It's not malfunctioning. I'm here because you put the wrong goddamn tube in. That is why I'm here. So you cross that off and you write, wrong tube was placed in patient. Then I'll sign it. And she goes, well, it is kind of malfunctioning because it's leaking. I said, if you want to leave that on there, sure. But you put wrong tube placed in patient, and then I will sign it. I'm not signing it until you put that on there. So she obviously finally put it on there. I said, fine, I'll sign it, and I will be leaving with a copy of that as well. So she did. I'm like, you are not going to get away with this. There's no way in hell you're getting away with this. Absolutely not. And I kept hearing sorry. I said, stop saying sorry. Just stop saying sorry at this point. Because if you were sorry, y'all would have had this shit done before I got here. You knew Friday what was going on. So everything, they signed the release. They got my COVID, whatever. Signed that. Anesthesiology, they came in, they talked to me about putting me out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I go back there, back to the room for the procedure, right? You guys. Before I tell you this, I want to say something. I want to thank all of you guys that have been reaching out to me and asking me how I'm doing. And sending me your love. And I am sorry that I haven't been, messaging you back and telling you all the details. But from being sick from December 17th to all of this shit that has been going on, I'm the kind of person who, at this point, I'm just so angry at all the things that have been going on. I'm tired of being sick. I do not like being this sick. I don't like not being able to be my happy, outgoing self. I don't like being confined to this crap. And it's kind of like that. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I apologize to not responding. I'm just at this point of pure exhaustion, and I'm so angry, and I don't want that to come across to any of you. So I really apologize for that, and I am really doing my best to get back to myself. But as hard as I try, I keep getting knocked down, and it is just kicking my butt. And I'm at this point where I am just like, can I please get a break? I want a break, and I'm not getting one. Again, I'm not asking for any sympathy or pity or anything like that. But thank you for your thoughts and all that. I really do appreciate it. I'm just trying to get through this. So, back to it. I get back to the room, and I'm still on the gurney, and they're waiting to put me onto the bed where they were going to prep me. And I ask, can I see the tube you're going to place to make sure it is the right one? So the tech is doing the prepping, brings over the box. And it's the 16 gauge that I already have in me, the wrong one that they just placed. And I said, you have got to be kidding me. That is wrong tube. Go get me the right tube. I am not getting on that bed until you come back with the right tube. So he rolls his eyes and walks out of the room. And then the girl to my right, I don't know what her purpose was, huffs. And then we wait for him to come back into the room. And then I tell him, I want to see that box. And he didn't hear me. So that girl walks up to him and she rips that box out of his hand. And he just huffs at her. And so she shoves it in my face. And she says, see, it's a 22 gauge. And shoves it back in his hand. And he walks away. And then tells me to get on the bed. And gets all pissy with me, like they have something to be angry about. Like they're the ones that have to go through this. So I get back on the bed. And then the tech, who, if you ever have had a procedure, you know that they put these things underneath your arms, so you have to keep your arms straight down. So he's shoving those underneath me. And I'm just thinking, wow. You guys think you have a right to be mad. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And then just like that, then the anesthesia comes in. And then he puts me out. And I wake up and they were in a rush to get me out of there. No discharge papers. No radiologist to come in and tell me how it went. And that was that. So, that is what I have been dealing with and where I have been. And I'm sorry that I haven't responded to any of you guys, but I haven't made a video. But I'm going to do my best to get back. I just have a lot of healing to do. And just know that I love you guys. And thank you for all of your wishes. And yeah. So, from my home and my heart to all of you, I love you guys. So, enough of that. And my husband, God rest. No, just kidding. God bless. That's what I meant to say. He has been nothing short of amazing. And if you don't know, I love sloths. Romney, these little guys. Aren't they cute? Ow. That hurts. So, we love you. We hope you're doing good. Oh my god, I can't talk. Sorry. I am in pain. So, which again, I have nothing for pain. So, we love you. Hope you are doing well. Hope your families are doing well. And, yeah. I will do my best to get back to you guys, I promise. So, we love you. Mwah.